This is just a theory of mine. If you have a different opinion, please leave it below because this is something I have witnessed and these are the conclusions that I've come to based on what I've experienced. So I have a theory that beta male men, they can only view beautiful women as sex objects. In my own life, I have experienced rejection of male siblings. So I have never been able to connect with my male siblings. And I have lately realized that for the majority of my young adult life, I was attempting to recreate the female-male sibling relationship with men. I am an intelligent woman. I am fairly attractive. And with beta male men, if you are intelligent and attractive, there's something about the beauty of a woman or the sexual attractiveness of a woman or the youth of a woman. Different things make women attractive, different aspects. That just completely hijacks the beta male's brain, and they cannot see past that. For victims of narcissistic abuse, we often don't understand interpersonal dynamics because we have very low self-esteem. So if you're a woman, you might not think you're attractive. If you're a man, you might not think you're intimidating to other men. You might not know or understand the impression that you're giving off. But many times, perfectly good, attractive, successful, smart, intelligent people are completely railroaded and ran over and stepped all over because they don't recognize those traits within themselves. And it actually takes somebody to tell you in therapy that you're attractive, that you're smart, that you're good enough, because we don't have self-esteem. This is why you see beautiful, gorgeous women who stay in relationships with men that abuse them. This is why you see handsome, attractive, successful men stay in relationships where they're beaten down, they're not happy. It's because they don't have the self-esteem to realize that they can just stand up and walk away and they could get somebody else. When we look in the mirror, we don't see who we are. We only see the way people treat us. And people will treat us according to their own interests. And especially if you have low self-esteem, you're going to attract people that are going to get away with treating you like crap. So as a woman, I would always be trying to make these brother-sister type relationships with men who only wanted to have sex with me. And I would end up feeling absolutely crushed that these men couldn't form a relationship with me, or that they didn't care about me beyond my body or whatever. And it took me interacting with an intelligent man to sort of make the connection. So there's an acquaintance in my life that's an intelligent man, and we were in sort of the similar field, and I was attempting to actually genuinely gain knowledge from this man regarding the field that I'm in. And I would notice that he would completely ignore any attempts that I made to discuss our field or anything related to our field. And I had actually been out on a couple dates with an acquaintance of this man, and I had heard later from someone that he was discussing me in the context of dating his friend, and how his friend was obsessed with me and had the hots for me, and When I heard that, I was just like immediately like reduced to a sex symbol. I wasn't being discussed for my intellect or knowledge. I was literally just being discussed as if I were just this piece of meat. So this guy who I was trying to have intelligent conversation with was only viewing me through the lens of his friend who had talked about how hot I was, etc., etc. And he was incapable of seeing me as intelligent. And you'll notice if you're in a situation like me that sometimes men will be hostile with you, or they just flat out won't respect you as an equal or communicate with you as an equal. It's because it's from sexual frustration. I've discussed this in other videos. It's because they have a disgust that they can't be with you, that they want to be with you, and they can't have you for one reason or another. They're married, you're married, whatever. Or you wouldn't be with them in the first place. So they have a disgust, an overall tone of disgust towards you. And this is why. And this goes both ways too. Women can be this way with men. If they can't have their way, they may act out and try to destroy that man. And of course, if a man can't have a woman, he'll act out. And I've had this happen to me. He'll try to destroy that woman's reputation or whatever. He'll go around and say things about a woman that he can't have to make her seem undesirable to other men. They love to call women crazy. Women love to do this too to men. So this goes both ways. It's not only isolated to this situation. So hopefully that will bring some insight, or you'll have some stories you can share with me. I really thought this was quite interesting. I don't really hear too much about this. So let me know if you agree or disagree. Thank you. So I forgot to add that I ended up having to block this guy because no matter what I posted on social media, he would immediately ascend on whatever I posted. He would have a sarcastic comment, or he would purposely misunderstand something, or he would be ready with an argument. He would just attack, and it just went too far. I had to block the guy. He was making me extremely uncomfortable.